on the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12 and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the Purdue Boilermakers taking on the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Boilermakers will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this. At their own 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Lewis to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Rides to back and leaves it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw in the double.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A-gap or the B-gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Midfield, he's got room. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. A nice job of executing by the quarterback, taking the hit, delivering the strike.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Last time they hit it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in plus territory this time around. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking for room, it's McCoby. Turning it on! He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. Trying to pound it in. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Safe completion on the screen. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Lewis to throw. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And I love the angle route, whether it's man or zone. If you throw it with timing and you wait for it to develop, most of the time it's going to come open. Great job by the quarterback seeing it, hitting the running back.
Makes the grab. It's Thompson.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hand off from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lane.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Defense in press coverage. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Trying to take it back. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown! Purdue! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. NC State was far from the friendly confines of Carter Finley Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. They'll try the run. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, the defense is in man coverage. The problem is they don't have guys that can match up from a size-speed standpoint with this tight end. So the QB found the right matchup, was able to hit him on the corner route, and it's a big play for this offense.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackled at the 31, they'll give him 6 on the play.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. There he goes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Cross. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Yeah, this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall...
Touchdown, Tigers! red zone for the score.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Motion from the back. On third down, he drops to throw. With the catch, it's Tuggle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lewis to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Oh, they're after him. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Punt is on its way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Lewis wants to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll start this drive going to the air. He uncorks one deep. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He lets it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got a lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's McCovey.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Fighting off the defender.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. A little release to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
He'll try to do it himself. Across the 10. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lewis to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. And they will score. Touchdown, Memphis. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Running back searching for a hole. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up. Who makes the winning plays to take home that W? So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this...
Oh, he's got some space. Pitch up the 1st down, still moving. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're facing a 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Every defense in the country talks about hitting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Return runs out of bounds.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. I don't know if it was, and wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get into the backfield and make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
The give, and tick, 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 tick.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. They go to the ground. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to make it, and they'll turn it over on downs, and we're going to have a fight to the finish.
College football is a game of inches. Let's see how this thing plays out, man. They were just trying to ice the game. If they could have gotten that 4th down, that was ball game. Now the opponent has life. Their defense has given them a chance. Let's see what they can do.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pressure coming. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Lewis to throw. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Powers through the defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The field goal is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And I like the decision to go up by more than a touchdown in the 4th quarter is the right call, but the execution doesn't come through. Now this football game is totally different. You don't have a 2-score lead. Your defense is going to have to step up for you in a big moment.
There he goes! Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And the clock's running down late in the ball game. Every 1st down matters. Every second matters. Really good job by the quarterback. Dropping back to pass, scrambling around, getting a 1st down, and also getting out of bounds to save precious seconds as this one ticks down.
That's caught. It's Thompson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Give to the running back.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now...
Oh, he wants it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
A nice play by this defense, and now you are one play away. Like, you've got the lead. You've got to pin your ears back. You're coming home, and you're playing the pass on this play, and you are trying to end this game right here.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out
you.